I don't think it's even ticked all the boxes for the Prime Minister. She certainly didn't look like someone who had been triumphant or had achieved what she wanted in negotiations. She talks about reducing the likelihood of the backstop having to be implemented, when really it was a case of getting a replacement and ensuring that the backstop would not be imposed on the United Kingdom. We will look at the details of the text. We will listen to the Attorney General. But what we have been looking for in all of this are legally binding changes which ensure, first of all, that the United Kingdom government has control over any backstop, that the United Kingdom government will be in a position in the future relationships to ensure that we have control over our laws, our trade and our money, and that the union will be maintained.
Let me get this clear. Has the DUP made up its mind that this is not good enough?
No, we made a promise that first of all we would look at the text, secondly we would take advice on the text, thirdly, we would listen to what the Attorney General had to say on it. We haven't heard from the Attorney General. We hear from this morning.
That part aside, though, Sammy, you've looked at it, you've probably had advice on it, and Arlene Foster was called in quite late last night, or was talking to the government last night. Have you decided, though, I mean, for instance, a joint interpretive statement basically not deliberately keeping the UK in the backstop. This is a legal document that's come in. Also, a legal document committing both sides to developing new technologies so that there is no need for a backstop after December. This is very positive, though, isn't it?
Well, the question is, how legally binding is that, and what is being legally bound? And you know, I think with all of these documents, you've got to look at the meaning of them, the fine print of them. But all I would say to you is that the Prime Minister is not claiming that they're legally binding. She's simply saying that they reduce the likelihood, and I think we want to ensure that we make the right decision. This is a momentous decision, and if we had simply come out and said, "Oh, we're dismissing this," or indeed we're accepting it without looking at it in detail, we would not be doing justice to the people who voted for us and the people who voted for Brexit.
And the people of Northern Ireland and the businesses of Northern Ireland have called your actions toxic, union destroying, Northern Ireland economy damaging as well. And you've responded to that, I know, in some detail as well. But a lot of people in Northern Ireland, businesses who are creating those jobs, they want this done, Sammy.
Well, they want a deal, and they want a deal which would ensure that business is not damaged. My argument is that this agreement will damage business. It will lock Northern Ireland businesses out of any future UK trade deals. It will put barriers between Northern Ireland and our biggest market in GB. And regardless of the position which some of the industries in Northern Ireland took at an early stage before they'd even looked at the withdrawal agreement, and now find themselves having to defend something which will damage industry in Northern Ireland, I think it's our duty to ensure that we look at these things as closely as possible before coming to a final conclusion. I'm just a humble journalist.
You're a politician, and you must be seeing that if this one fails today, no deal Brexit could also be taken off the table tomorrow as well, and an extension which could go way beyond the parliamentary elections in Europe in May as well could be on the cards there. This could be the high watermark for a harder type of Brexit, couldn't it?
Well, it doesn't have to be, because of course you paint it from the point of view of the weaknesses which we have built into these negotiations by surrendering early on. But let me paint the other side of the picture. That first of all, if we are to extend beyond June of next year, the EU has to change its treaties. Is it going to do that? In the meantime, the EU will not be able to access the 39 billion which it has wants from Britain, and I suppose that's a main thing to fill up its budget. The EU economies are already feeling the pressure of the uncertainty of Brexit, and for other reasons are going into recession. They need to get a deal as well. So, you know, let's not just look at it from Britain's point of view, let's look at it from Europe's point of view. All is not rosy there. And then, of course, they've got the crisis in Italy, they've got the crisis in Greece, they've got the crisis in Hungary, they've got the crisis in Poland, they've got the immigration crisis. They don't want to be tied up in this forever, and that's why I believe that we still have a negotiating hand.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.